Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Exceptional X-Men #1. This is a new title from the ashes, a new beginning. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Eve Ewing with art by Carmen Carnero, Nolan Woodard on colors, letters by Joe Sabino, main cover by Carnero and Woodard. And we will see more at the end of the video. As you can see, this issue mainly focuses on Kate Pryde, um, and it's really interesting to follow. I think Kate was one of the characters that went through the most stuff, like traumatic stuff, in the Krakoa era. She was definitely very involved. She was the leader of the Marauders. She was part of the Quiet Council. She was also part of the Hellfire kind of like organization they had going. And then, of course, she became Shadowcat once again. So yeah, a lot of things happened. I think obviously she had to deal with the whole trauma of not being able to go through the gates. But yeah, I think this book is really, really interesting. So let me give you a quick synopsis here. In this issue, Kate Pryde leads a team of all new X-Men. After the fall of Krakoa, Kate Pryde is trying to get as far away from all things X as she possibly can. She actually moved to Chicago, which is interesting, in a suburb in Chicago, actually. So she's just a regular bartender now. Definitely not getting ready to head up an all new team of wayward young mutants while avoiding the watchful gaze of Emma Frost. Nothing in this title but work, dating, and staving off depression. That's it. No, never before seen exceptional X-Men to see here. That is a bold-faced lie. We definitely get to very slow-paced introduction. I will say most of this issue is like a day in the life of like Kitty now that she's doing this job in Chicago and she's trying to stay away from the X-Men. But there are just some things that she can't help but to want to stand up for other mutants and just to stand up for injustice in general. That's just who she is as a character. It's also really fun to see that she's kind of found a little bit of a new home in this area with some new friends. Maybe I don't know if they're friends that she knew before, um, but it's really fun. And then of course we do eventually get to see her dragged into first of all some trouble, and of course this is an X-Men book, but also just contacted by Emma at the end, right? So, but yeah, this issue was very enjoyable. Just very interestingly, we kind of live a whole day or a couple of days in Kitty's mind and figure out what she's going through, all the things like we don't know exactly why she wants to stay as far away from all the X-Men stuff, other than the stuff that we already know that she went through, right? But is this the only reason? Is it because everything's kind of up in the air? So um, I will say I love Carmen Carnero's art. Like I'm just been a fan for a long time. So having this creative team together specifically was very, very, very attractive for me to join and want to partake of this book. So let me pull up some of that preview art that I have. Really cool establishing shots. Chicago. We zoom in a little bit. Bridgeport. We go to the tavern, and then here we are. Just a vibrant scene inside. Bottomless drinks, which it seems like a bad idea. This also feels like it's the middle of the day. I'm not a big drinker, so I don't know if maybe people do just drink in the middle of the day this much. But even then, like I said, she's going through some stuff, right? She goes outside, takes a break next to the rats, eating a hot dog, like just all those little details of like there's something more going on here. Um, she goes back to her apartment, and you can see that she works a lot. She is aware of all the X-Men stuff going on in the periphery, right? She watches TV, she sees the news, she's on her phone. This is what happened. This little panel here, the where you see Scott and Magic, this happened in one of the latest issues of X-Men, right? So she is aware of everything that's going on. Funny enough, they have this headline of accidentally went on a date with a mutant. Um, which there is a little bit of dating in this issue. So, yeah, I think if viewing just really I think very subtly is putting in all these little things that to make us aware that Kate is aware of everything that's going on, which just feels really like I love when the creators don't have to just throw it exactly in your face, but they kind of put it on as part of like, here's what's going on in the everyday life. So obviously, yeah, there's issues, and then of course Emma Frost showing up at the end, which is not really a big spoiler. Like she's in the cover, she's part of the book. I think what is more interesting is going to be to get to know the rest of the team. I have no idea. We meet one of those characters in this issue, but it feels to me like either they're all new or they have new designs and I don't recognize them. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I'm interested in this one. I have not. I've read all the new X-Men line books, but I'm not gonna be reading all of them month to month. You'll probably figure out which ones I'm reading or not based on the reviews. But feel free to reach out in the comments. I'll let you know what books I'm not reading. So yeah, if you read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Let me know which cover you picked up. I just went with the main cover by Carnero, but there's some other really cool ones. I hope my other shop has the Joel Jones variant. I'm a big fan of Joel Jones. And remember, if you pick up the main one, you get to see the QR code to get that little bonus scene. Make sure to check that out. It sets up something very interesting, especially about a mutant that maybe we haven't heard of in a while. So, as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.